What's going on, man? We got a market recap today for Friday, June 12th, and it is another day of no trades. Super proud of myself for just sticking to what I know and what I want to see and not taking a trade if my opportunity isn't presented. That being said, there was a potential trade that I really wanted to take, and it aligned with my bias this morning. Exactly what I wanted to see, pretty much, just not an entry for me. So we'll go over that and everything that I saw within the market this morning. So as always, the daily bias right here. I'm not going to read through all this because I actually did put quite a lot. But this is what we looked like coming into the market open. We were holding this 4-hour gap, and we had also swept out these internal highs overnight pre-market. So in order to take longs, the high time frame bias is obviously flipped bullish to target this daily buy side liquidity up here. In order to take longs to that draw, I would need to see us close candles above these internal highs to then confirm the move higher. So until we get 5, 15-minute candle closes, maybe an hourly candle close above these internal highs, there's no reason to be taking longs. That being said, this is what the lower time frame structure looked like when zooming in. Because we had already swept out these internal highs, we then displaced lower from that point on. Normally, the expectation is, okay, high time frame structure has shifted bullish. I expect this 4-hour gap to deliver us higher. But I'm expecting this 4-hour gap to deliver us higher until we come up and sweep these internal highs and then reject. So after we do that, it's like, okay, I have to be more open-minded to what is the market telling me that it's actually doing right now. And after this, I thought there was potentials to come back down and sweep this low. Also, we had equilibrium down here, and there was another 4-hour gap. We never ended up coming down this far as of yet. But because of this internal structure and what the market was telling me, I was willing to potentially take shorts if we came up, tapped this 15, and then got bearish reactions. And that's exactly what happened, actually. You can see we came back down and took and kind of swept out this dang. Market is moving right now. We came down and swept this 4-hour low off of market open. So exactly what I wanted to see actually happened with this 15-minute gap. A 15-minute gap tap right here. Coming to the 1-minute chart, you can see we got this displacement. This is the internal sell side liquidity. I was originally looking, okay, can I target this internal sell side? After this first market open candle, I'm going to delete this for right now. After this first market open candle comes down and puts in this big wick, it's like, okay, well, in order to take a trade, I need to see candle closes below this market open wick. We don't get that until we've already taken the internal low here. So at this point in time, I'm like, okay, are we going to continue past this internal low to the 4-hour sell side liquidity? I'm then zoomed out to the 5-minute chart. I want to see this 5-minute candle get a strong 5-minute candle below that internal low. Yes, the 5-minute candle does end up closing below the internal low, but I don't like this wick here. If I'm going to place a limit order in this kind of scenario, I need to see this 5-minute candle close pretty much near the bottom of the wick. I don't want to see a rejection wick on this candle if I'm going to be that aggressive and taking a trade in this scenario. So I don't set a limit order because it's not the best 5-minute candle close, but I'm still open to potentially seeing a retrace and a nice flip because this is my draw in liquidity, right? So we ended up coming back up, rebalancing to this 1-minute gap, and then at this point in time, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to take a trade, I need to see displacement and I need to see this 1-minute gap get ran through. This bullish 1-minute gap get ran through. It does, But if you were watching the market in live time, this was a very volatile candle. So I thought I was going to get an entry on this candle. You can see the total range of this candle was 150 points. Market is pretty volatile right now, which is good for us as intraday traders. But you can see big rejection wick left. So on this candle, it's coming down here. I'm literally hovering over the sell, my sell order, ready to slap on a short. However, I don't like very bad candle close, and it's like, okay, I need to see this get ran through. Like, I really have confidence. We eventually did close below here, and it's just not good. And then even if I had entered, let's say once we finally do inverse it, that's not a clean inverse whatsoever. But even if I did enter there, like, there's no, the RR just isn't there at this point. If we had gotten this clean inverse, what I was going to do was I had a safe stop loss above here and a 1.2 limit order. So like, had we closed right below it or in a reasonable area, the next candle open is probably going to give some sort of retracement, and you can see it would have tapped me in on this next candle had we gotten the close that I wanted to see. So that's what my thought process was here. It ended up playing out. The sell side liquidity ended up getting taken, but just no trade for me to actually execute on with confidence. So no trades there for me. And then after that, we kind of just chopped around here for a little bit. Low volume, low volume, low volume. We finally get some moves up here. There is that SpaceX IPO going on, so don't know if this influx and volatility has anything to do with that. I'm not sure. I don't know all the details about regarding the SpaceX IPO. I just know that it's happening today. But yeah, and like I said, longs don't want to really target these highs because they're now high resistance. It's now high resistance liquidity. We've already swept and rejected from this point on, and so in order for me to, like, this is not an A plus draw on liquidity anymore. The only A plus draw is this daily buy side up here. Why is that? It's because we're reacting out of a weekly imbalance. This is the market structure shift level to then potentially start the market maker buy model back up to all-time highs, which is ultimately what we expect with the current market conditions. So in order to have this confirmation, this is the market structure shift level, the daily buy side liquidity. I'm good with targeting it, but in order to target, like I said, need to see closes above this rejection level, this high resistance level. And until that happens, longs aren't really valid for me. And now it's already 11 a.m. New York time. This is when I'm off the charts regardless. And so, yeah, man, I had a very good read on the markets and price action this morning. Just not enough, just not quite enough opportunity to be putting risk on the table, and that's okay. Like I said, took 2 winning days this week. I'm up significantly. I've already beat the markets for the week, so I'm going to be more defensive Thursday, Friday. Thursday, Friday, no trades for me. And no trades is a good day. It's just knowing when to execute and knowing when to play defense. Playing defense on a no news Monday. Playing defense on Thursday, Friday after taking back-to-back winning trades. And it paid off for me. Protected capital. I'm up on the week. I beat the market for the week, and that's all you can ask for as a trader. Is to follow your rules and do exactly what you say you're gonna do when the market opens. And yeah, so no trades for me. Let me know if you took a trade or not. I know some people did catch shorts to this 4-hour sell side. Just personally, in the free Discord they did. Just personally, not enough for me to be putting risk on the table this morning. So, holy. So, just going to reset take a break this week, um, and come into next week with a clear mind, ready to get after it and ready to follow my rules and continue being a disciplined, successful, profitable trader. So that's all I got. Appreciate you watching, man. If you want to join the free Discord, it's the first link in the description below. Code FST on your favorite prop firms. The links for those will be in the description below as well. And I will see y'all. Have a good weekend. Take some time off. And I will see y'all on Monday. All right. Peace.